Greetings my YouTubers, my watchers, welcome back to the channel guys. As I always say, first and foremost, I am so overwhelmed with the amount of love that I've been shown recently regarding these videos, and I wish to continue, and I will do, in order to help potential fighters that are going to be playing this game, and for the ones that are already experienced, they might learn one and two off me as well. And this video is going to be about the best fighters to actually be on the game, who you're going to come across. You know, there's a lot of fighters on this game that are really good, and you can easily get used to their abilities and learn their mechanics straight away. And I'm here to just delve into it, man. The boxers that I've experienced that's going to help your game. And obviously, if you do intend to go ranked, you know, these fighters that I'm going to mention are going to be the pinnacle of the game. I'm also going to be doing an analysis as well, breaking down videos. So I'm not just saying it off, you know, word for word. I'm literally going to show you videos as well on what these boxers can actually do. And just to know that when the actual version drops, which is on the 8th, literally around the corner, they're going to be even better. There's no way that they're going to, you know, downgrade these fighters. So you can already think that they're going to either become better or potentially just stay the same. But yeah guys, sit back, relax, get yourself some popcorn, and let's delve into it, man. Let's go. Right guys, so we're going to start off with Mr. Sugar Ray Robinson himself. To me, he's the best boxer in the game, hands down. I'm going to say that with heart as well, and I'm going to explain why. Sugar Ray Robinson is going to be the fighter that everybody's going to be mostly on the games, especially ranked, and he's in a couple of weight categories as well, which is, man, it's going to be a difficult, long day if opponents are Sugar Ray Robinson. Even if you're a beginner, you will experience some problems with him. And let's just delve into some of the pros first. His speed and agility is probably the best on the game. He delivers quick combos along with the speed and agility. He has high level accuracy, which he's very accurate with his punches. And I obviously know that the stemming off how we used to fight in real life, because there's always a debate between him and Muhammad Ali being the greatest of all time. But they always do state that he's pound for pound #1. And this is from the champ himself, Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali literally said that Sugar Ray Robinson is the greatest pound for pound fighter. So I'm not surprised that they've put a lot of effort into Sugar Ray. He's just overall the best. He's got everything. He's also got a great offense and defense as well. And his durability is just insane. Like, piecing all this together, he's the complete boxer on this game. So if you do come across Sugar Ray Robinson, do not hesitate. He's overall normally like, I think he's like 91. To me, he should be about a 95. And I think in different weight categories the change. He's like, I think he's like 93, like one of them. I can't remember which one it is. But I'm not going to be biased and, you know, say that he's got no cons, because he does have cons, and we're going to delve into it now. He's very vulnerable towards people that can counterattack. So that's an issue, and that's something that you need to watch out for. If you got a good counter puncher, then it will work well against Sugar Ray. And you know what, I'll be honest with you, this is the only con I can literally say that Sugar Ray has. Apart from that, everything else is just, it's insane. So as I said, I'm making a statement at the very first video. I was actually going to put him last, but I've got to put him first because I want to hype this video as much as possible. But as a conclusion, Sugar Ray Robinson is the best boxer on the game, hands down. There's no way or doubts about it. He's very easy to play with as well. He looks like a basic boxer, but he's not. When he gets in that ring, he can do everything, literally. So hands down, Sugar Ray Robinson is one of probably the main fighter to actually focus on in this game. Moving forward, some boxers might be self-explanatory. However, there is a lot of boxers on here that you wouldn't even think that will put up a really good fight, and I will be delving into a video doing that. But onwards, we are mentioning Roy Jones Jr., who is one of the greatest boxers on the game. A lot of people would argue this and put him first in front of Sugar Ray, But as I said, I will always choose Sugar Ray over anybody, and he will beat anyone as well. Let's delve into some of the pros and cons. So in terms of the pros, he's high guard and low guard. For some reason, he has the Philly shout. I don't know why, but it's weird because he used to have a guard like that similar, but it weren't exactly the Philly shout. So I was really confused with that. But he has a high guard and low guard. And the great thing about Roy Jones Jr. is normally when you block, you have to block low and you have to block high. With him, you can literally hold the block button and he will block the body shots and the high guard shot, which is incredible. And a lot of people don't realize this. It happened to a lot with me and it worked. Don't get me wrong, he will get hit by, smart boxers, but that's something to pinpoint as well. If you are being Roy Jones, you probably not even realize it yourself, but I've realized it and it's pretty good, man, because I don't know any boxer that has that attribute on this game so far, and I've played with a few already, or quite a bit to know. So that's definitely something to pinpoint as a pro. Also, his movement and speed. To me, he's probably the quickest boxer besides Lomachenko. He's really, really quick on this game, for sure. His ring movement is just insane. That's one thing that I would definitely say about Roy Jones. So if you are looking for a speed boxer with a lot of skill, definitely go for Roy Jones. And his unique boxing style overall, nobody has that style that he has on the game, and I feel like that's what's unique about Roy Jones, not only in the game but in real life as well. So they did really implement him in this game properly. They've done a really good job, besides the Philly shallow bit. I'm not too sure what's going on there. But yeah, Roy Jones is an excellent boxer to pick. Let's delve into some of the cons. So I would say you got to time his punches properly as well. Sometimes his punches can be disconnected, hitting the opponent. Like, he's so fast. Like, I don't know why they've done it like that. It's weird because, he connects a lot of shots in real life, but on the game, it's like you have to time it properly in order to hit them. But he's like a scorecard player on the game. So if you're a player that likes to move around in the ring and jab and stuff like that, definitely go for Roy Jones, but you're not going to catch all of his shots. I'll be honest with you. The other con I would mention as well is he's not a power puncher as well. So if you are looking for a knockout artist, I would definitely not recommend Roy Jones. Even in the heavyweight division, he's not the best at all. But in terms of his weight categories, the other weight categories that he's in, light heavyweight, I think he's light heavy. That's his favorite, and that's where you will experience the full Roy Jones. Another incredible boxer that I'm going to mention is Sugar Ray Leonard. Oh my gosh, I don't even know where to start with Sugar Ray Leonard. He is one of the most outstanding boxers to actually be on the game. And let's delve into some of the pros. His accuracy and timing. Oh man, I think he's probably got the best accuracy and timing simultaneously together, on the game. Honestly, you can just tell, like, I'm very speechless on how good he actually is. I know how good he was in real life, but on the game, they've literally made it similar. He's a great boxer. He's brilliant. His ring IQ is outstanding. He can adjust to fighters as well. He's really good on the game. He actually fights like how he is in real life. So if you're sitting there thinking, oh, is it the Sugar Ray in real life? It is, 100%. His speed is incredible. He's got everything. He's similar to Sugar Ray Robinson, but I do think that Sugar Ray Robinson is the greatest boxer on the game. However, Sugar Ray Leonard is not far off at all. He's a brilliant boxer, but we're going to delve into some of the cons with Sugar Ray Leonard. His endurance during rounds is not that good because he's a fast puncher and he likes to get his shots off and stuff. So you got to be careful with that. It depends what type of fighter you are as well. But in my opinion, I feel like you should adapt to how these fighters fight anyway. And he can be left open for counters as well. So you got to be careful with people that are counter punching because you will get hit as well. So they're the two cons I've actually seen of Roy Jones, Sugar Ray Leonard. So you got to be careful. And you know, I might not be even mentioning much cons regarding these boxers. There might be some there as you guys play them, but I'm just giving my honest viewpoint, and that's the reason why I'm saying these are the best boxers to play in the game, because there's not really much cons that these boxers have. They're all elite fighters. They know what they're doing. They're really tough fighters, and I'm going to continue to keep telling you guys what other boxers you should be as well. So that's my opinion on, you know, Sugar Ray Leonard. This boxer I'm about to mention right now is a boxer that I didn't even experience from the start. I did know he's good because I was coming across him quite a lot from individuals online, and that is Canelo himself. And let's delve into some of his pros and cons. And I've recently been Canelo, you know, for a little while now, and I can honestly say that I am putting him in this category where he needs to be focused on. And let me tell you why. So in terms of the pros, his body punching is probably the best on the game. He's, you know, his liver shots are just insane. I've not seen a better puncher that can deliver punches like him on the game in terms of liver shots, and I don't see them, you know, reducing his abilities at any time soon, because he does what he does in real life, innit? He's a really good pressure fighter as well. He's patient, and he's a very accurate boxer as well, and he has a lot of power. As I've been stating that a few boxers don't hold power, Canelo is a person that holds a lot of power. He's also a pressure fighter. He's a brawler. So if you're looking for that type of, you know, style of boxing, I would definitely go for Canelo. And if you kind of want to, like, if you don't feel like you're going to last rounds, like going to about 6 or 7, then definitely go for Canelo. This is what I'm saying. You got to figure out what type of fighter you are as well. Because if you a fighter that wants to go to the distance and can go to the distance, it sounded like we going into a boxing match right now. But I'm just talking in real terms, innit? Then target boxers that can go the distance, including your abilities. However, if you're looking for fighters that you just want to end rounds quicker and you're a pressure fighter and whatnot, definitely go for Canelo. You know, he's a great boxer, and we're just gonna delve into some of the cons. And I did catch up on a few cons of his because I've beat a lot of opponents online, really good opponents that have been Canelo. Don't get me wrong, it's been a hard job, and I have to be kind of like a quality boxer in order to beat him. So regarding Canelo, he's not as quick as like other boxers at all. You know, we could probably say that in real life he's quick, but when you're talking in comparison to like when Amir Khan was at his best, it's obviously totally different. So he's not a quick boxer at all. He has a lot of problems against fast boxers. So if he's going up against people like Sugar Ray, any of them, he's going to struggle, especially if you're a really good fighter with Sugar Ray or Robinson. So just be mindful of that. He will struggle with people that have good footwork as well. So just need to keep an eye on that for sure. And overall, he's a good boxer, man, honestly, but he does hold a few more cons, and you definitely need to keep an eye on that, because you can get frustrated and it might not be your cup of tea being Canelo. So choose wisely. Right guys, this boxer that I'm going to mention right now has not been in the game for a long time, you know, from the start to be precise. He was put into the early access, kind of like in the middle. And this person is Lomachenko himself, and I'm throwing him in, and I know a lot of guys were probably thinking, why? Don't get me wrong, because like out of all the boxers you're picking Lomachenko, and I'm going to explain why. Lomachenko is arguably the quickest boxer on the game, and I'm going to explain my reasons why he's a great boxer. They done some patching for him, because when I was him before, he wasn't like the boxer that he is now. So I do believe that they've done some patches with Lomachenko, and he feels like a total different fighter. He feels much better. His IQ is insane. It's just how Lomachenko is in real life. There's a couple of things missing, of course, and I feel like that's just due to the mechanics not being there for him. However, He's quick. His conditioning is brilliant. His combination of punches is brilliant as well. He can fight outside and inside. He's an all-round boxer, but don't get me wrong, Lomachenko is a boxer on the game that will take time to get used to. He's not one of them ordinary fighters that I would say that's easy. And the reason why I'm saying that is because he holds a lot of, you know, what can I say, skills to learn. Because he's not one of them fighters that you can just go in and, you know, punch and back out and whatnot. Like, you have to fully focus on him, see what, you know, to see what to utilize in that current moment when you're fighting that opponent. So I've done a lot of practice on Lomachenko, and I've gone really well. You know, I've won a lot of fights with him as well, and hence why I'm throwing him in this conversation. To delve into some of Lomachenko's cons, I would say that he struggled against taller opponents. You know, there's a lot of opponents that are quite tall in his weight category, so you got to be mindful of that, because the tall opponents will more or less utilize their jab and they'll probably have a better advantage. So with Lomachenko, you kind of have to just utilize his speed, his footwork, and he doesn't generate as much power like the other boxers. So that's the only thing as well. So if you are looking at a person that, you know, a knockout fighter, then Lomachenko's not going to be the one for you. However, everything else in terms of speed, stamina, then he's got everything in terms of that. His stamina is quite high, to be honest. He's one of the highest on the game. So that's one thing to take into consideration. And his abilities as well, like, you gotta get used to his abilities, man. That's the difficult part. He's not one of them boxers, as I say, like, he's very easy to learn. But once you learn him, then you're gonna have a huge advantage for sure. So that's my intake on Lomachenko himself. Last one I'm gonna mention is Mr. Terence Bud Crawford himself. One of my favorite boxers of all time. So I've kind of like analyzed him. One of the most, I would say. Let's delve into some of his pros. Even though I'm not a big fan of the Terence Crawford on the game, I'm still gonna put him in that category of the boxers to actually focus on. And he's in most weight classes as well, which is really good. So you can beat him quite a lot. He's a great all-round boxer. His ring IQ is brilliant. He's similar like in real life, but there's a couple of things missing, which I'm going to delve into. His stamina and movement is incredible, and his body punching is fantastic. It's not the best in terms of, well, in comparison to Canelo. However, he can literally down opponents as well with his body punching. So he's kind of like the complete package, but not the complete package, because I feel like there's a few things missing. So let's delve into some of his cons. I feel like the way how he switches stances is not very effective, and I feel like if they implement that in this game with Terence Crawford, he could be potentially up there with the greatest boxers on the game. You know, he's one of my favorite boxers of all time as well. I gotta admit, I just feel like what I've seen in terms of a fighter, he has everything. So the most you want to see in a game is how he actually is. He's not far off, trust me. I'm not discrediting his abilities, hence why I am mentioning him. He's a good boxer to pick, but I just feel like these things are missing. So that's obviously his stance, and he's quite easy to get knocked out as well. You know, if you get them heavy hitters, it's easy to get knocked out. And to me, Crawford's got a good chin, so definitely needs improving, and just should be better overall. I just feel like a lot of boxers on this game were more focused on, such with the likes of Roy Jones and how he fights, and Sugar Ray. And I feel like Terence should have his place in the game as well. But as I said, I'm not discrediting. I just feel like he should be better than what he is. And I managed to come across this guy. He had like 500 and something wins. And the reason why I'm highlighting him, because he gave me the greatest fight on this game so far. And just look at his record. And I managed to beat him. I made him surrender. So only if you guys actually seen the fight wasn't recorded. But, you know, if you do come across my video, then I'm giving you a shout out right now. But yeah, it was a good fight. I really appreciate it. But I had to win. Hope I've helped you with this video, guys. Once again, you know, all I've asked for is some support. I've been loving the engagement so far, and I really do appreciate all the love that you've shown on my couple of videos that I've previously done. So I'm more than, you know, happy with the progress so far. I've did check online as well. The release date is going to be on the 8th. I think that's the pre-ordered version, you know, I do believe. And on the 11th is going to be the actual official release for the ones that have not pre-ordered it. And I did check online as well. There's a couple of more boxes that I will be focusing on as well, which I was really pleased with. So we got the likes of Bivol. I really want to be focusing on fighters like Bivol because he's a great boxer to actually focus on. Chavez as well. You know, I really want to be getting my hands on how Chavez actually fights and whatnot, because he's got a really good record. And I've seen him, obviously his videos online and whatnot. I love my old school boxers, so I really want to be diving into him. You got the Klitschko's as well that are going to be coming into the game. Pretty exciting for the heavyweight division. Caleb Plant as well. I think I said his name, Caleb, in it. Yeah, got Plant coming. He's a really good boxer as well. Somebody that I would more or less will focus on. And there's more fighters as well. I'm not going to lift off the whole names, but these are the main fighters that I really want to be focusing on, and I'll be doing some breakdowns as well for you guys to see and how to enhance your game, because I'm quite a fast learner. That's one thing I'm going to say. I'm quite a fast learner. So with, you know, I've been boxing, you know, ever since I was young as well, so I kind of know the ins and outs and what I'm talking about. So yeah, look forward to that, man, honestly. And also I hope they implement some boxes as well that I would really want in the game. That I thought they would have probably had these from launch, but you never know. They're probably coming like a surprise or something. But the boxes that I just mentioned, they're the ones that have been confirmed. But I also would like to see the likes of Pacquiao. You know, I feel like Pacquiao is a fighter that would, oh man, literally blow up this game. Literally, the excitement would just be mad. But yeah, Pacquiao, Monzon. I don't know if people know about Monzon. Monzon's an incredible fighter. You guys go check him out, man. I think he's Argentinian. He had a really good record. Just see how he fights. He's incredible. Honestly, Mike Tyson as well. Bernard Hopkins. I want to see these type of fighters. Mayweather as well. His dad has been confirmed as well to be in the game. However, I would like Mayweather to obviously be in the game because we know how good Mayweather was. Henry Armstrong as well, one of my favorite heavyweights in my opinion, a great boxer. George Foreman, hopefully down the line, you know, bringing that punching power. Lennox Lewis, you know, Andre Ward. I want to see these type of fighters, and a couple of old school fighters as well, like Willie Pep and so forth. So these are the boxers that I kind of want to be looking forward to, and hopefully these videos can grow, so I can like get through to like the developers and kind of help him in this aspect here, because I know quite a lot about boxing, and obviously I'm playing the Undisputed, and I'm glad to be helping you guys develop yourselves. But guys, honestly, man, if you do tend to like this video, show some support, get yourself down in the comments, man. Let me know what you think and whatnot. Who do you feel to be in this game? And let me know if you need any help with anything else as well. I will be posting some, you know, some community tabs for you guys to have your own say on what you guys actually want to see. And surely I'll deliver it if I can. Why not? But yeah, thank you guys.